just realized that I have to okay the comments. I was a little bit bummed out that nobody was leaving comments, but apparently people were leaving comments. Just that I have to go in there and okay them before they'll show up in the comment section of the videos. You know, the YouTube videos. So anyway, so I've gotten a few comments, and some of them are actually pretty interesting. A few of them are just complimentary. You know, they tell me nice job or no, nice video, Mr. Bass Boost, right? Comments, nice video, Mr. Alpha Music NCS, lovely stuff. Anna E says, hey, what if? What if being the name of my YouTube channel? I love your video. Keep up the good work. Smiley face. I'm more active in Instagram. Would be great if you could follow me. And then she includes a link to her Instagram account. And I went and checked it out. Apparently, Instagram is you upload videos. Yeah, you upload pictures. I'm sorry, and they seem like professional pictures. You know, like somebody has a really good camera and some sort of photo editor. So anyway, so thanks to Anna E. I'm not gonna follow your Instagram because I don't have an Instagram account. I don't have a smartphone with a camera or anything. So anyway, so this is where it starts to get interesting. James Henry Smith commented in the video about the speed of light. He commented, "This video is silly and stupid. If light doesn't have time, how can it travel at a speed?" Which is a very good point, which is an interesting question. I think I covered it in the video, but apparently I wasn't clear enough. The duality of light. There's actually two dualities, of light, a wave or a particle. But what I mean in the duality that I'm referring to is the duality of light, that it actually has two different times. And here's hopefully I'll be more clear now that the light that coming from the sun takes 8 minutes to get here, more or less, right? But that's from our perspective. From the perspective of light, it actually gets here instantaneously. So light, in that sense, light does not experience time, but light has a speed limit, a speed, right? Hopefully I was a little bit more clear there. Anyways, here's the last one, and what I think is the most interesting one, and it's a reference. Oh, the comment was left on the "Does God Exist" video, and I'm almost ready to. It's supposed to be God Exists. It's supposed to be a series of videos, and I'm almost ready to start on the first video. Maybe sometime next week I'll upload that one. So anyway, I'm sure I'm not gonna pronounce this name properly. But Hamaij Hamaiji Hamai oh, hold on. Hamanjitsu, that's the first name. Sakar Paul. So he has two last names, I think. And I actually looked him up in Facebook, and so I was able to place a face to that name. And only one guy showed up, and it's a guy. I think it's in India. It looked like it was in India, and the guy was Indian. And the way he writes, he seems to have an Indian accent. So anyway, so this is what he writes in the comment. This is what he comments for the video. Does God exist? God exists, and God has kept a proof of His existence in light. And then he includes a link to an article that he wrote describing what he means. And it's a pretty interesting article. I'm going to include the link that he left in the description of this video, so that whoever wants to read it can read it. And I would highly suggest that everybody read it, because it's very interesting. I don't agree with what he writes. I don't agree with his conclusions, but I agree with the premise. he actually describes light very similar to the way I describe it. A few days ago, a news crew came by to interview me over what I think about Einstein's ideas, and it was the reporter, a lady. She asked me to describe Einstein's ideas. I told her I don't think I'll be able to, in a couple of sentences, describe everything that Einstein. I'm not even sure if I understand everything that Einstein's idea. But anyways, then I had the idea to describe to her the duality of light, light traveling at 180,000 miles a second, and also the same light traveling instantaneously. So and this guy does the same thing in that article. Like I said, I agree with his premise. I don't agree with his conclusion that light is proof of God existence. Within light, the attributes of light proves that God exists. I do not agree with it. Well, anyways, though, and the reporter was here. She was actually sitting right over here somewhere, and I was sitting here facing that way, and so I tell the lady, the light from the sun, pretty much what I said earlier, right? The light from the sun gets here instantaneous. Gets here. It takes 8 minutes to get here, from our perspective, but from the perspective of light, it gets here instantaneously. The light from the furthest galaxy that we can see, which is about 10 billion light years away, gets here, takes 8 billion, 10 billion, however long it is, however far it is, takes that a huge distance, a huge amount of time to get here. But from the light's perspective, it gets here instantaneously. So I told the reporter, from the light's perspective, time doesn't exist. But also from the light's perspective, space doesn't exist. It traverses the enormity of space instantaneously, so it doesn't experience space. And you could argue that since photons, light particles, do not have mass, then light does not experience matter. So I tell her that this universe, the universe that we experience with space, with time, with drama, with all our problems and whatever, this same universe, light, experiences this universe as nothingness. And I think it impressed her. At least she looked impressed, right? And the camera guy, I think I heard him say something like "wow" or something like that. I don't know if he actually said it. Anyways, they both seemed impressed, and I told them that's Einstein. That's the idea of Einstein, and I was trying to condense it for them, give them a small idea of the big ideas of Einstein, right? So anyway, so this guy Himanshu Sakar Paul, in that article, he describes, I would say, like 2/3 of what I just described. And what I like about this idea, that what I like is that him being over there in India and the other side of the world, and me being over here in Texas, they were both um interested in the duality and the attributes of light. His conclusions that proves the existence of God, I don't agree with, but I like that we're in opposite sides of the earth thinking about the same things. I like we have some sort of a connection, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so in the article, he refers to light as an entity. I think he's misusing the word entity, because I think entity refers to one unit, one thing, one person, one something, right? And light is not one thing, but he refers to light as an entity, and that, he's probably Hindu. He's over there with his ideas, Hindu ideas, and I'm over here with my Catholic ideas, and we're both trying to figure the same crap out, and we're sort of, not really, but sort of coming to at least reviewing the same data, I guess. I don't know. So anyways, because he's Hindu, the idea came to my mind that, and he referred to light as an entity. I know, Hindus have multiple gods. I have no idea how many, but I know that they have many gods. So light, when he referred to light as an entity, it almost seemed to me like he was referring to light as one of his gods, one of the Hindu gods, right? I'm sure that's not correct, but that's the picture I got in my head. And so I know over here, I know that light, from the perspective of light, nothing has changed from before the Big Bang to after the Big Bang. The same nothingness that existed before the Big Bang, light sees this universe as nothingness. So because he referred to it as an entity and the image of a god, of a little kid god, is the image that I got, then it seemed to me like light was a confused god that has no idea that there has been a Big Bang, that does not see everything there is. I don't know. This is very stupid. Just because it's stupid does not mean, at least in my mind, that it's not interesting. In fact, most stupid things start out. Most interesting things start out as being stupid. At least for me, I guess. Anyways, I know this is I'm reading too much into it than what is there, but at least I thought it was interesting that this guy on the other side of the earth, and we're both looking at the same data. His conclusions are way different to mine, but we're both enjoying the duality, the attributes of light. We are both, he's seeing proof of God, and I'm equally as amazed as he is of light and all that it means. It's not proof of God, but it's still, I can still see things in there, in that confusing dual existence of light, something godlike, even though I don't think it's proof of that. Maybe I'll describe this a little bit more in some future video. Probably not, because it's not. It, like I said, even though it's interesting, it still doesn't stop being stupid. Anyways, I like this guy, Himanjisu Sakar Paul. I really appreciated reading his stuff. Yeah, apparently he appreciated my video too. So anyways, I guess that's it. I hope there's more of these comments in the near future. I guess that's it. Bye.